here and all the pastimes, but the pastimes are so unlimited that I give up. Because every cubic inch of this place is dripping with pastimes of Srila Prabhupada. There's not one, I was just looking around this one room, from the holes in the ceiling and fans and the lights and every single picture, there's a pastime with every single thing in the whole house here. So I don't know where to start. Because we helped to construct the house with Prabhupada. And everything was just, it's just so full. So I don't know which stories to tell. For the past few days I was thinking if I was asked to speak the holes and the pigeons that used to fly in. So we had to have little square screens put in so they wouldn't fly into the room because they would make the nests in there and every day the sticks would fall out and we'd have to clean them up before Prabhupada came in. Everything in the whole house is just memories of Prabhupada. Anyway, I thought of two things that I would want to share today. And that was in 1974. Maybe three things. I'll be fast. When the lordships were brought from Jaipur, and when Prabhupada wasn't staying in this room, they lived in this room, Sri Gauratai and Krishna Balarama and Sham. And because we were all here getting ready for their installation, we lived here with them because we were their students. So we would sleep at their feet every night here in the room. But then when Prabhupada arrived for the so-called opening in 74, we had to put the lordship somewhere. We also had to go somewhere because Prabhupada was going to live here then. So we secretly made a plan. This is Jamuna and Minatarni and Palika and Rukmini and Nadir and myself. Jamuna was the leader. We secretly planned that we would still live in Prabhupada's house without him knowing it. So we moved the lordships into this Prabhupada's prasadam room here. And we lived there with him. And we set up Prabhupada's prasadam here. But that part of the house wasn't built yet then. It was just these three rooms, that's all. And what was Prabhupada's back bedroom, that was his unfinished construction because that was a kitchen temporarily, and Prabhupada's bathroom was in his closet. So we would sneak out before Mangalarti through the back door, and we would hear Prabhupada translating here all night. We were so quiet. And then when Prabhupada would go on his walk, we'd come in and clean the house. And then at night, late at night, after giving Prabhupada his milk, we would all one by one sneak in the house because we all knew what Prabhupada was doing each night. So we thought Prabhupada didn't know. But because of this rigorous schedule, I was the youngest one, so I got tired one day after about 2 weeks of this. And after Mangalarti, I just went and crashed there. I just fell asleep in the room when we weren't supposed to be there. And sure enough, I'm lying there on the floor, and the doors open up, and a light comes in the room, so I turn over and I look at the doorway, and there's Srila Prabhupada standing there. Immediately I offered my obeisances, and he just looked at me and he said, "Where's the old woman?" He was asking for his sister, so I ran and got her. Anyway, that afternoon, we got it. We got the food. And Prabhupada he made a very nice arrangement for us to stay over and send Vishnu Chans from that day on. Their worships got to remain here. So that was just one little story. Then another story, that same time, of course Prabhupada was very upset that the temple couldn't be open. And everyone else was extremely upset because Prabhupada had been misled to think that the temple was ready. And for whatever the reasons were, Prabhupada got extremely ill at that time. And he asked all the devotees to start chanting 24-hour kirtan around the world for him. And those of us who were here, we were also chanting, but those of us who were serving Prabhupada, cooking for him and taking care of his house, we still got to serve him and cook for him and do all the things that tried to make him feel better. So Prabhupada liked very much the chandan that I made for him in the mornings, and when he had a fever, he asked me to start making it 3 times a day for him. And it's a very special secret formula how to make this chandan. So I would be grinding this chandan. It would take about a half an hour each time. And in between the cooking and the cleaning, so it was pretty rigorous. And at his midday time, when he was going to get the chandan one day, I was in the back room just as fast as I could. Didn't know anyone was watching me. I was getting that chandan ground up. And Prabhupada walked in the room and he saw me. I didn't even know he was in the room. He was watching me. So after the chandan was brought into Prabhupada, he said that I was working too hard and from now on I should just get the powdered chandan so I wouldn't have to make that chandan. So even though it was helping him, he didn't want his devotees to work too hard. Then just another little one. There's just so much, just these little 3 things I was thinking of. At that time, when Prabhupada was about to leave, there were so many wonderful pastimes during that time when Prabhupada finally got better. Then he was leaving. And this room was just packed with devotees. At that time when Prabhupada was going to leave and go into his car, and someone brought Prabhupada a plate of sweets. And he was sitting there at his desk, and of course when Prabhupada was going to hand out prasadam, everyone just crushed in to get the sweet from him. So I was thinking there's just no chance. If I tried to get a sweet, it won't be finished by the time I get there. So I just went out here to this room and was sitting at the doorway, hoping that when Prabhupada left, I'd be able to see him one last time. And then halfway through, one of the GBCs came pushing out of this door, asking where I was. So I was there over in the corner, and he said, "Prabhupada's calling you." So I came over to the desk, and he told me to give me a sweet. No, I never tell the story. Because when Prabhupada's bathroom wasn't made, they made a makeshift toilet in his closet. And there was a big brick pony of water and a sit-down toilet with a wooden seat that he specifically had made, that wooden seat. And that was directly attached to the kitchen. But everything was unconstructed at that time. So we were having a problem with rats coming into the kitchen. And every time a rat came into the kitchen, Prabhupada would make us clean the whole kitchen all over again. But we couldn't help it because there were no windows, there was no frame, they could come whenever they wanted. There was nothing we could do about it. So we had everything. We got the bamboo slitted things, put that against the windows, where the windows were supposed to be, and we locked up the door. But I was examining where was the rat coming from. So I finally figured it out one day when I saw the rat coming in through Prabhupada's bathroom window, and he'd sneak through the door. The door would be open in the bathroom and come right into the kitchen. So finally, this great revelation of where the rat was coming from. Shruti Kirti was a servant then. So we didn't have any water like Moksha Lakshmi was describing. We only had the front well. And I had to wash the dishes, all the pots and everything out at the front with some buckets. And I had to get everything done completely silently before Prabhupada woke up from his nap. So I was dragging in these buckets of water and bringing in all the pots, and I saw Shruti Kirti standing in the kitchen. And I said, "Listen, Shruti Kirti, we really got to do something about these doors." And I threw open the bathroom doors. I said, "There's this rat." And when I opened the doors, there was Srila Prabhupada sitting there. went up to meet Prabhupada in Delhi. And Prabhupada was talking to Bhagavad. And he said, is Daivi Shakti there? And Bhagavad said, yes. Prabhupada. But Bhagavad told me this afterwards. He was completely bewildered about this. So Prabhupada said to him, make sure all the doors close properly. But I'm making the offering, and how can I get... He said, no, Prabhupada wants to eat the prasadam while you're